A fragile ceasefire is hanging by a thread after Israel launched airstrikes on Gaza, in response to what it called a bold violation of the truce by Hamas. Fighting flared in southern Gaza's Rafah area when Israeli troops came under fire from the terrorist group just days after a US-brokered peace deal was declared. Footage appears to show the strike on what Israel said to be several armed terrorists approaching IDF forces operating in the Beit Lahia. The Israel Defense Forces said terrorists fired an anti-tank missile and gunfire toward IDF troops, prompting Air Force fighter jets to strike back. The military said the raids targeted tunnel shafts and military structures used for terrorist activity and vowed that the IDF will respond firmly. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israel will retaliate forcefully to the Hamas attack on its forces, signalling a hardline response as violence flared once again. The airstrikes targeted terrorists who, according to the IDF, fired an anti-tank missile and gunfire towards IDF troops in Rafah. An Israeli military official said Hamas fighters launched multiple attacks beyond the yellow line marking Israeli military zones, calling it a bold violation of the ceasefire. These included an RPG strike and sniper fire against Israeli forces. Palestinians in Rafah told Reuters they heard explosions and heavy gunfire, while witnesses in Khan Yunis reported a wave of airstrikes and Israeli tank fire near the town of Abasan.
Today, the IDF announced terrorists fired an anti-tank missile and gunfire towards our troops operating in the area of Rafah to dismantle terrorist infrastructure, all in accordance with the ceasefire agreement. Now, in response, the IDF began striking in the area to eliminate the threat. Just before I came on here, we actually released a statement following Hamas's violation of the ceasefire that the prime minister held a consultation with the defense minister and the heads of the security establishment and instructed them to act forcefully against terrorist targets inside of the Gaza Strip. Hamas is required to uphold its commitments to the mediators, including President Trump, to return our remaining hostages as part of this agreement. The prime minister has made it abundantly clear there will be no compromise and Israel will spare no effort until all of our fallen hostages are home.